And to everybody else, thank you for being here. Catch you all next time. Goodbye. All right, I'm done. That's the end of the week for me. Now I can just relax.
Oi,
Who's that?
I need the pigeon with more wheels.
Is that you, MuYe?
Maybe, maybe not.
Wait, what do you want from me? Do I put it in a work order? What are we doing?
Pigeon, more wheels.
Oh. Okay. That's an interesting choice, I suppose. MuYe? You there? MuYe! MuYe! Huh. I suppose he's gone then. That was weird. I also don't actually personally like the pigeon. That's more of a MuYe thing. So, I mean, I suppose I could do it to the Widgeon because that's a call vehicle.
Take that back now.
Well, nose back to the grindstone. And that's a bit of a shame as well, because I really do like the Widgeon, and I suppose there goes my chance to actually use it, so goodbye! And hello, Pigeon. Previously, when I did that roamer thing, I was suggesting we do like 1 meter increments, but he really wanted it to be doubles. So if we start with 3, which is the smallest number, 3... Wait, hold on. How many increments did we have last time? We had 0.25, 0.5, 1, 2, 14, 16... Wait, apparently my maths is failing me too. Ah, okay. There was 8 variants. I did have a 2-wheeled version, but for some reason, it's not here anymore. Let's remake the mod. Remove you, and no reverse thingies. Frick. I wonder, are we getting any errors? Oh, there's a bunch. Unable to read file. Why? Why are you unable to read the files? All right, let's try reloading the lure and see if that fixes our issue. It's got the reverse version here. It's kind of working. What the hell? Let's load her in again. There we go. Okay, I just needed to reload the lure and now it works. Perfect. Perfect. English fails me. Now with this you may be thinking, but that doesn't give you what you want. Well, here's the options that we have. We have a 3-wheeled body, and then with the front suspension, we can have front swing arm suspension, and there we have 2. That reduces me down a lot. 2, 4, 8, 16, 32, 64, 128, 256 wheels. We have a long way to go. How would I do 1 wheel? Actually, I think I might have an idea. If we press F and then zoom out, well, there's our little snowman. Hold on, sorry, I've got the debug version on because I just want to be different. Yeah. See what I'm talking about? I reckon, because this is technically what's called a unicycle. If we press Control T on this, we can see that it is actually a mesh and then a ball on the bottom. I reckon I could fake a wheel underneath and just stick the body on the top and hope that it works. So if we have a look at the unicycle, that's what we'll be creating a mod of. Then we'll grab ourselves the unicycle or the unicycle mesh. I think unicycle mesh is the one we want. Then this is going to be Pigeon mesh. And then from the Pigeon, we'll grab ourselves the Pigeon DAE. And if we scroll down, the main materials. And then we're gonna pick only things that we want. So we don't want things like this, and we don't want the 4-wheel version. Don't need a bumper, well, we do need a little bit of a bumper bar. Don't need any of the sussy suspension. And that's basically right there. I think that's most of what we need. Now, because the unicycle doesn't actually have crash physics, we can do one little step to make our lives a lot easier. Because usually you would have to have every single one of these things here all separately put into BeamNG. But we can hit A, right click, join. Back at the game, we hit F, we zoom out, we go control, oh, wait, hold on. First, we have to go Control L to reload all the lure. And now, MuYe's Pigeon. You can do it. Hey! Perfectamundo! Now, I know it's monochromatic. I wonder if that can be changed. Let's go like the light blue that he usually chooses. Yep, and everything is blue. That's a slight problem. Oh, I just realized what I did. Everything has its own UV map name, and now there's a bazillion of them in here. No. Please, no. Alright, let's undo this and give everything the right name. And eventually, if we now come in and give a quick little control R, what happened? Why is the body the only thing there? Wait, did I not export this properly? Now let's try refreshing it. Perfect! And would you look at that? Everything seems to be working except for, well, you know. How do we change this? I could just put a single wheel under. You know what, actually, we're going to try that. Let's go to the common directory and find the names of some wheels and tires. You know what, actually, let's just start with the tire. Well, what does it come with stock? And we'll go from there. The tire is a 10 by 4.5 and Pigeon wheel. Perfect. We'll grab its flex body and put that under snowman ball. And if we hit Control R on you, great, we have the wheel at least. Except it is facing the wrong way. And if we do go forwards, wait, hold on, how do I do this? Orbit, driver. I can't actually go external camera with this. That's annoying.
346 minutes later.
Alright, fine. I've given up. I tried having a look through like this really complicated lure to find anything in here, and no, and I've had a look other places, and I can't seem to find any sort of reason as to why the frickin' camera does it, like, and the controls of the vehicle goes, they don't get it. So, he's just going to have to do it in BeamMP and get somebody else to record him. But now we can go in and start working on extra wheels. So we have the two-wheeled version as we saw. So we've got one wheel, we've got two wheels. Now we're going to move on to four wheels, which has already got it. Now we're going to go into 8 wheels. But to take this from 4 to 8, well, we're going to have to add an extra axle to the rear, and I'm not going to add 2 extra axles. I'm going to even this out by adding at least 2 extra wheels to the front as well, which is going to require me to move the front out further. But how much do I need to be able to get this to work? All right, we brought it back, and now let's get rid of the live axle stuff. So you don't need that. This all looks good, though. Select all of you. I hope that's not too much. Hey, look at that. That actually looks like a normal thingo. There we go. Okay, I think that's all we really need, including the hood, yes. Alt-H, okay. Next, I want to create a version that can take the rear suspension. We're not going to use the suspension, we're going to use node offset, but we are going to create an extra rear section. So since we're not doing anything with the wheels and whatnot, we're just going to grab you, and then we're going to duplicate you backwards so we can kind of gauge an idea of how big we want this to be. Then we're going to grab you, and we're going to grab you, and you, and these 3 things, we're going to Control I, hide, we're going to rename them. X4 on the rear. Frame is also going to be X4. Frame pickup, X4. See, you get the idea. Then, what we're going to do is grab everything here, and, oh shoot, there was a brake drum, right? There we go. And we're going to make it fit that area. Perfect. Dunskies. Now we're going to look for the pickup bed. Change the name of it to X4. Change this to X4. Save that. Then we're going to import the J-beam. And hey presto, look at what we've got. If you don't know what we've got here is the J-beam nodes and whatnot. So let me, there we go. Good. Grab you, GY. That looks to have moved back about 0.5. If we set it default as an actual number, that'll make node offsets actually a lot easier. Let's save that. Export JBeam file. Yes. Then under bed, oh no, that's the wrong thing. Under bed, we should have, I don't know what I've called it. Bed X4. Now if we go into, okay. Let's close that off. Control W, bring you back. The X4. Look at that. Perfect. No problems whatsoever, of course. No, nothing's wrong here. This is a weird one. Oh, you know what? I should also move the frame and everything back as well. Frick. All right, let's get a frame in. Frame X4. Then what was the frame I changed? It was frame pickup. F4 import J-beam frame import grab just UGY 0.5. Nice. That should make the frame a little bit nicer to us. Hopefully the suspension is still good. Let's add some node offset here to 0.5. No, 5. And with a quick little refresh, we should see the nodes back there. Nope, we don't, but the tailgate's moved back, and that seems to be working hunky-dory. If I could just figure out where the button to press it, yeah, whatever. Maybe I didn't export it right, so let's try exporting and refreshing the vehicle. There we go, that's what we wanted. And, oh yeah, fender flare. Oh yeah, and bumper. Now if we hit Control R, it should move everything backwards. Perfect! Okay, now we need is more suspension. And since we have the frame X4, what we're going to do is grab suspension R, duplicate this. This will be X4 to start with. X4, rear X4 suspension, save that. Grab some rear suspension. What did we want? I think it was 4-link. It will get the node offset on it. Then every single node is going to get changed. So F11R is going to be changed to F11R2 because it'll be the second lot. Okay, now let's just do that for all of them. This won't be tedious and annoying. And I also just realized I'm going to have to take the default Pigeon stuff and I'm going to have to duplicate it. But eventually, with a lot of extra work, there should be secondary suspension and second 4-link live axle rear suspension. And everything will work first time around and nothing could ever go wrong. Oh, I think I know what I did wrong. This is meant to change to this with a 2 on it. Same here. And then, after a whole bunch of changing, if we go and refresh the car, it should all work first time. No hassles. Why must you be like this? Oh, the fact that it doesn't have a default wheel set, that should be hurting. Why? And with that change, rear wheels, come on. Be a friend to me. Yes, okay. I don't know why it's in the ground. Hello? I'm so confused. Rear wheel, rear tire. The rear tire is there. It just wants to play funny buggers. Well, let's see what happens if we put the rear wheels back on this axle. Oh god, which one was? I think it was slotted. That's in. Hey, okay, so when I have that one gets it. Oh, we're back to that trailer issue with the wheels and the not showing upness and all of that annoyance. Please, no. But hide that all. We now have this working. Now, the rear oh god. You know what? We don't need brakes where we're going. Perfect. Okay, driving around. Everything is fantastic. I feel that this thing has like pretty good brakes already anyway, so I'm not too concerned. Rear wheels are not driven, but I could change that potentially. You know what, actually, I really should probably do that, just in case you go back up something. Say, for instance, this. So let's say we get... Oh, no, oh, steering the wrong way. I swear I know how to drive. Oh yeah, we're already getting the issue there. So, pull back up, and then handbrakey, and then try to reverse. Like, no traction in the middle wheels. Now, this can get a whole lot worse. So, I'm thinking the best bet is to put in some sort of special rear diff. It's like 4 days later now. There have been some things that happened. So, I'd gotten up to this point where we'd gotten 16 wheels on the vehicle. Fan-bloody-tastic. All steering works and everything. Isn't that great? Well, I'd actually gotten quite a bit into doing the next step up, the 32-bit wheels. And I'd noticed that it was starting to get a little bit repetitive, so I was really only going to unpause the recording to be able to show milestones, and I'd done a lot on that recording. Then, somewhere around here, I thought it was my house, when boom, and then my power went out. Corrupted, lost the recording. I've tried to recover it a few times, it's not coming back, and I went, oh, you know, it's getting so repetitive. I'm just going to finish it off and we'll see where it goes. Though I did get a little bit tired. I'd finished this, the 32-wheel version. And, well, it's not great. But at this point, I was like, you know what? This is starting to cause some instabilities in the game as well. Like, the modding itself won't ever get lost, but a recording could. So I wasn't too concerned about that. I tried to quit. I contacted MuYe's and I said, this is getting really buggy. I don't want to keep doing this. Or, wait, hold on. What did I exactly say? Yes. I didn't say specifically that I didn't want to keep going. I asked him, do you really want 64? And he goes, that's absolutely fine. I was like, oh, good. And then he left, I won't need it until Monday. And then I realized that he meant he didn't mind if it bugged out. Not that it would be fine if I could quit. But that doesn't matter. Because, one thing, I can actually keep going. I like this car. Because I'm your creator, and you are my car. Yeah, I don't remember how the rest of the song goes. But that wasn't the end of the issues. I thought I could put as many wheels on here as I wanted. No, I can't. See, let me run you through a little thing. This is the collision mesh and nodes of the main body of the car. You're looking at this going, wow, that's a lot of nodes and beams you've got going on there. But pressure wheels are a little bit different. You notice that these don't have their names on there? That's because I have them turned off. I have never had to think about the numbers that go to these specific nodes to create the wheels. But if we turn it on and then go to this, oh yeah, there's a lot of numbers there. So, when I started making the 64 wheeled version, well, we ran into some issues. This actually took me a really long time to figure out what was actually going wrong here. I spent so much time trying to debug what I had done wrong. Just some like random wheels that had no problem started exploding. Then weirdly this one, but I was only adding wheels on the rear. I don't know what happened. And then I hit the debug window. Sure, that's normal sort of stuff. Yeah, I know what I did there. Then I looked at this and I was like, that's weird. I didn't pick up on what that was at the time. But if we scroll upsy daisies even further. Okay, well, it's not showing up this time. God damn it. Basically, what's happening here is there's a limit to how many nodes there can be. And it was telling me that the limits were also between the beams. I don't know why it's showing up this, whatever, who cares? Pause. I don't want you guys getting an epileptic fit because of that. So yes, it turns out that there was too many things. I even actually was about to tell MuYe's that, yeah, this isn't gonna work. It's actually reached its physical limitations. Then I remembered one thing. I can actually choose the resolution of the wheels. So all I have to do is go through and change all of them. Let me show you what I mean. Let's turn those names back off so it's a little bit easier to see. And you see all of these little triangles? We can actually have less of those. It's the thing called num rays. And currently they're at 16, so we've replaced them all with 8. Go, save, come back to BeamNG, Control R, and then this has a lot less num rays. Then, once it's loaded in, J, perfect. Not a single issue. Now, 8 may be a little bit small, so I think we're going to go in between. Let's instead try something like a 12. So we're losing a few extra per each. And if we refresh, they won't have terribly low resolution, but they will be a little bit easier. And yes, this is a very floppy car. Now back to the repetitive thing of just adding more axles. But then I've done all the groundwork now. So I was actually just at the point of adding in an extra axle each time, which just adding the extra axle is like a 10, 15 minute job. So let's keep going. I finished all the wheels, but for some reason this axle doesn't want to draw in at all, and this wheel doesn't want to draw in at all. Flex body issues, what? I don't know what that is. And yeah, we're getting more triangle errors again, except now we're also getting beam anisotropic beam what? Oh yes, invalid beams. I think that's what that is. Yeah, we're running into this issue again. So the game literally can't render all of this. So let's go for a bit of a drive. Because there's a differential in there. Let's see if we can fix that. Fourth suspension, which won't show up. Diff is empty. Third axle, which is also being a bit of an issue. Let's get rid of that differential. And now if we try to drive. Oh, you know what? I see the wheel trying to move. I think it's just literally a power issue. Suppose I wasn't expecting that. Engine 13cc, engine management, individual throttle body is perfect. Engine mounts, let's go like ultra heavy duties. Engine management, if this will load any. Loading in takes for goddamn ever right now. Oh dear. I feel that we're at a much lower frame rate. That does not look right. Oh, we're moving. I get the feeling the clutch is probably really burning out right now. And look at those wheels. They are struggling. You know, I wasn't expecting this. I think I'm going to have to put in a bigger engine. Now, size is an issue, but length is not. So, close, but no cigar. I wonder if we could just fit a whole V8 in there. We'll have to go something small though, so maybe like the bolide V8 would go well. I think also a turbo might do nicely. I'm open to many options, but I think we'll just go something like really, really torquey like a V8. So I'm thinking the pickup engine, since everything is all in the default area, I reckon we can plop a D-series engine in. Find our engine, then under the N guide, we're gonna put you there. We'll have node offset ready, but we don't need to use it right now. Then if we do a refresh, there's a possibility that this might do what we want it to do. Possibly. I mean, it's apparently running, but it won't engage any of the gears. No, it will engage gears, it just won't do anything with it. Because apparently, yep, in arcade mode it does nothing.
Later.
So I'm not really going to give the rest of this away. You're going to have to go watch big ol' MuYe's video on this whole ordeal of a vehicle. It gets worse and worse as time goes on, as you'd expect, especially from a mod made by me in such a short amount of time. Now, there are ways that I could have made this a whole lot better. Oh god. This is problematic. But instead, what I'm going to do is make sure that you've subscribed and then say thank you to my channel members. That specifically also includes my top tier channel members, the Rogue Tick, the Crayon Priest, and Gav the Stig. Thank you for being top tier channel members. For the rest of you though, I'll catch you all next time. Goodbye.